On May 31st, 2026, one of the most famous women in the world walked into a quiet London registry office. No red carpet, no cameras, no spectacle, just Dua Lipa and the man she chose to marry. But here's what made that moment even more remarkable. Just weeks before that wedding, the Sunday Times revealed something that stopped people in their tracks. Her fortune had reached £150 million, and in only 1 year, it had grown by £35 million. So the real question is not about the wedding, the mansion, or the cars. The real question is this: how does a 15-year-old girl who arrived in London from Kosovo with nothing end up building one of the biggest personal empires in British entertainment? That is exactly what this video answers. Stay until the end, because the income source most people never talk about is quietly the most powerful one she owns. The wedding. On May 31st, 2026, Dua Lipa married British actor Callum Turner at Old Marylebone Town Hall in London. The ceremony was small, private. Only close family and friends were present. No photographers lined the street, no live coverage, no grand entrance, and that choice told you everything about who she is. Despite being one of the most photographed women on earth, she chose a meaningful moment over a public show. A larger celebration is still planned in Sicily later in 2026, but the London ceremony was the real one. Callum Turner is a successful British actor, known for Masters of the Air and the Fantastic Beasts franchise, with an estimated net worth of around $5 million. Dua's fortune stands at £150 million. That gap made headlines instantly, but this was never about money. She did not marry into wealth. She built her wealth herself. And the story of how she did it is far more interesting than any wedding headline. The fortune, built across 5 different income sources that keep working even when she is not on stage. And it starts with the biggest tour of her career, the Radical Optimism Tour. Between 2024 and 2025, Dua Lipa took her Radical Optimism Tour across 5 continents. More than 1.2 million tickets sold. Total revenue, $141 million. According to Billboard, it was the 3rd biggest pop tour of 2025. Only Lady Gaga and Ed Sheeran finished ahead of her. But here's the part most people missed. Dua was not just the performer, she also owned the company behind the tour. That ownership structure generated a personal dividend of £11.3 million, separate from her performance fees. And that single detail explains why her wealth keeps growing faster than most people expect. The music catalog. When the tour ended, the money kept coming. Across Spotify and YouTube, her songs have been streamed nearly 49.8 billion times. Those streams generate an estimated $15 million every single year. But the number of plays is not the most important part. What she owns is, Dua controls her master recordings. That means every stream, every license, every time one of her songs appears in a film or advertisement, the income flows directly into her business. Levitating alone has passed 10 billion streams. Future Nostalgia, One Kiss, Don't Start Now, Cold Heart, each one keeps earning, every single day. The brand deals. By this point, Dua Lipa was not just a musician, she was a global image. Her brand partnerships include YSL, Versace, Chanel, Puma, and Evian. Together, these deals are estimated to generate between $10 and $20 million every year. But one moment revealed exactly how valuable her name had become. In 2026, Dua filed a $15 million lawsuit against Samsung, alleging that her image was used without her permission. That number was not just a legal figure, it was a statement. Her face is not simply famous, it is a business asset with a measurable price. Service. 95. Most people think of Dua Lipa as a singer, but there is a quieter side to her empire that most people overlook entirely. It is called Service 95. Through this platform, she publishes interviews, travel guides, cultural stories. It is a media brand built around curiosity and ideas. Service 95 has built a loyal audience worldwide, and it generates income through subscriptions and brand partnerships. That means money keeps flowing between albums, between tours, between everything. And that steady income stream is exactly what separates a career from an empire. The mansion. Away from the stage and the studio, Dua Lipa has built a home that reflects everything she has worked for. Her main residence is a property in West Hampstead, London, purchased in 2017 for £6.75 million. Today, its estimated value exceeds $11 million. But instead of moving somewhere bigger, she chose to transform it. The renovation includes an indoor pool, a private spa, a steam room, and a cinema. It is being designed as a complete luxury retreat inside the city. She also owns a $2.5 million apartment in Los Angeles, supporting her life on both sides of the Atlantic. The cars parked outside that West Hampstead property is a collection that tells its own story. The centerpiece is a Rolls-Royce Ghost, worth around $340,000. Alongside it sit models from Porsche, Mercedes, Range Rover, Jaguar, BMW, and even a Mini Cooper S. Some are built for comfort, others for speed. Several are electric or hybrid. And that variety reflects an important aspect of how she approaches luxury. It is not about chasing the most expensive badge. It is about personal taste, practical when it needs to be, extraordinary when it can be. The system behind the empire. By now, the £150 million figure makes complete sense. But the real story is not the number itself. It is the system that keeps producing it. Fortunes. It does not depend on one thing going right. It depends on 5 things running simultaneously. And that system was not built by accident. It was built by someone who arrived in London at 15 years old. No connections, no safety net, no guarantee of anything. And decided that talent alone was never going to be enough. The truth behind the numbers. After everything, the wedding, the mansion, the cars, the tours, the deals, one truth stands above all the numbers. Dua Lipa did not build £150 million through fame alone. She built it through ownership, through smart decisions, through discipline applied over the years when nobody was watching. And the most revealing moment of 2026 was not the fortune making the Sunday Times front page. It was a quiet Tuesday morning in a London registry office. No cameras, no crowd, no performance. Just a woman who has spent a decade building one of the most impressive empires in British entertainment, choosing for one morning to simply be herself. That is not just a success story, it is a blueprint. If this breakdown changed how you see Dua Lipa, subscribe for more stories about the real business behind the biggest names in entertainment. And tell us in the comments, which surprised you most? The wedding, the mansion, the cars, or the millions?